um, say, hey, my family situation, can you send me some money? So at the time, I didn't think it was like I sent about $30 or something like that. I said it was like $30. It was no, but I shouldn't have sent none. But it was at the time because I was writing to her for like over 3 or 4 months, and she's telling me. Oh, so finally, I sent her the money. She gets the money, and she comes back on the line about an hour or two later, say that she got robbed. So she got robbed out of some money. I don't know if it was true or not, but it's like wow. So yeah, and then that was the last time I had written to somebody from over in Africa, and, and it was there's some attractive women over there in Ghana, and it's hard to find someone that's legit, whether it's on any continent, because I had this experience even with some Russian woman. She tried to, yeah, I can come to the States and be with you and da 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 da. And I was showing my friend Bob, his family, about the picture. Yeah, she's very attractive, James, and da 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 da. She's very, somehow she's able to get the get on the computer and get a carbon copy of the ticket and the price to come over here and come over there, and I said, I don't really know you like that. I said, really, I don't have a house, and I'm trying to explain this to her. I don't have for you. I'm in a 1 bedroom apartment. You know, I don't really have much room. Plus, I don't have my own place, my own house. But it was just something that this is somehow she saw my profile. So whenever if you're going online dating, watch that, because some people will take your profile, and some people also pose as somebody that which they're not. I have seen women that write to me that were from Africa, and they put a white female and say, oh, she's from Mansfield, Ohio, but somehow her parents is from, right now she's in Nigeria. A white female, I'm like, come on, man. And I don't know, maybe it's a fascination thing that it's this white female that I'm going to so-called help, who's from Mansfield, Ohio, that somehow this is where she was raised, this is where she was born, but somehow right now her family's in some little country town, some country village in Africa, in West Africa. I mean, the games that people do, man. So this is what they do. But I just want to warn, especially the men, and because I know sometimes as men, we want to try something different. But just like the women over here, you have to be careful of. Men, you single men, the same thing goes over there. In fact, if a person, uh, if they can't accept you for you, then they back away from them. If they start asking you for money, cut them off, because they don't know what love is. Love don't manipulate to get what they want. Love don't have to do that. A person that love you, a woman that love you, won't have to do that, whether she's from this country or whether she's from another country. And you just got to be careful. So I learned a big lesson from that. Even though it didn't cost me no money, and luckily, you know, I didn't do it. I didn't go through with it, because I was like, no, I'm not gonna. I thought to myself, no. Later on, I said, how can someone ask me to do something like that? You're supposed to be a brother in the church. You know, you're supposed to have a certain standard. Basically, basically what I'm saying. That's what I'm under the impression, that you have a certain standard when you person be a guy. But yeah, even people, sometimes even who so-called, they're supposed to be Christians, it's supposed to be the same way. You know, so no matter if they in the church or they out of the church, it doesn't matter. So, you know, you just have to be careful. And, you know, that's why at one point, I used to write when I stopped, uh, you know, those date lines because you just don't know. And anytime you're looking for companionship online, you really gotta be careful. That's with anybody, even somebody from here, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful wherever you go. So, my advice to you is don't let no one sucker you and ask you, and the tip is if they try to ask you for besides some citizenship, don't do it. Because then they gonna say, yeah, well, we'll pay you money. They'll give you, you know, we'll give you a couple $1,000s a month or something like that. Ask yourself, is it worth it? And then, what if you meet somebody, and let's say down the line, if I would have took that offer, I meet a woman I want to marry, I can't marry her because this, I'm married to this fraudulent woman, and who already have a husband in the family. So it was it was really something. You know, when I go back to church, you ain't gonna be able to look at them the same. I mean, you know, eventually I forgive them and everything, but you just don't look at people. It really, and what my spiritual mentor told me, she said, you have to stay in the face of God. That's the best advice she told me. She said, you know, ask God for wisdom and discernment, and that's what I'm gonna pray about, because you never know with people, just never know. But anyway, I just want to relate that to you. Hope didn't want to make this too long. But if anybody come to you with some stuff like that, don't do it. Whether it's online, whether it's someone who you work with, you go to church with, don't do it. Don't do it. In fact, cut away from that person. Make your short and go. And I didn't know this too, you know, because my my friend also had a neighbor who was a Somalian woman, and I didn't know that really, that some people, once you get to America, they put the pressure on you, their family member, to send money back home. Now this is she tried to send money whenever she can, but they said if you don't, you know, you don't send money, you know, they talk about you like a dog in your own culture, and she gets Social Security. But I guess she said under the impression that they think that that Americans are rich, you know, that you should just send money. This is crazy, man. So that's one of the advantages and disadvantages. Sometimes make sure you don't come across a family like that. That's in any culture. That's in any part of the world. Make sure that if they're about some stuff like that, you have to nip it in the bud. If you really care about this person, you gotta nip that and say no. And you know, as Americans, we're giving, we're loving people, black or white or whatever. And some people take advantage of that. They take advantage of our kindness. They take advantage for that, and that's so wrong. That's wrong, because you might make it harder for the next person that might really do need help and willing to do it the right way. But anyway, my name is James. Um, yeah, just pray for me, man, and I'll pray for y'all too. You know, just be careful. Um, Whenever you meet anybody online, you meet anybody, make sure they legit. That's all what I'm saying. So next time, you guys be blessed and take care.